Hey there, welcome to the first video of our Python programming crash course. In this series, I'll be guiding you through the basics of the Python programming language. By the end of the series, you have a solid foundation as a Python programmer. So now, what is Python? Python is a high-level interpreted general-purpose programming language, known for its simplistic syntax and which mimics natural language. What is Python used for? Python is used in web development with frameworks such as Django, Flask, and Pyramid. It's also used in data analysis and visualization with libraries such as Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib. Python is also great for artificial intelligence, game development, and automation. And if you're a scientist, you probably have come across Python doing scientific computing. So as you can see, Python is very versatile and it's used by so many organizations and applications which you currently use and probably know. Some of the top applications and companies that use Python include Google, Quora, Dropbox, IBM, Reddit, YouTube, Discord, Instagram, Spotify, Yahoo, Pinterest, Yelp, NASA, and more. So now let's get started with installing Python and setting up our dev environment. Okay there, now let's open our browser of choice. I'm using Safari. Type python.org and it will take you to the Python website. Now to download Python, you could click on downloads. You'll see it shows download Python 3.12.4. Now you could just click on this download button and it's going to download the Python for your system and the Python installer for your system. Now you just go ahead and install it like you install any other program. For Windows users, don't forget to click on the add to path button, add Python to path button during your installation. So you add Python to your path. Now, when that is done, when all that is done, you're going to need another piece of software, a text editor basically. And the text editor of choice for me is called VS Code. So if we search for VS Code, the first link will take us to VS Code. Now you click on this big blue download button and it's going to download it for your system. I'm on Mac OS, so it's showing download for Mac OS. So if you're on Windows, download for Windows. If you're on Linux, download for Linux. And once that is done, once again, you click on download, it's going to download it. I already have Python and VS Code on my system, so I don't need to do the whole installation process all over again. But once that is done, once you've installed it on your system, you will now launch VS Code. So launch VS Code for me, I'll just do it with a shortcut. And now I have VS Code. Now, once you're in VS Code, you're going to see something a little different from mine, which is it's going to show you a welcome screen. And the first thing we are going to do is we are going to click on this button right here, which says extensions. So you click on it, you type Python, and I already have this installed. So basically, when you're going to open it up, it's going to show like this on it, which is install. You click on the install button and it's going to install Python for your system. So once that is done, you could also install the Python debugger. And once you've had those installed, you could click here on the file explorer, you click on open folder, and you go to wherever you want to create your folder. I'm going to create a folder called Python tuts, and that will be my folder. And then I'll open up that folder in VS Code. If you look up here, it shows Python tuts right here. Now I'm going to click on this icon, which creates a new file, and I'm going to create a new file called Python. No, I'm going to call it hello.py. Now we use the .py extension to signify that this is going to be a Python script. But before we do anything, let me just try to do this with you. Go to top menu bar, click on terminal, new terminal. You can see the shortcut for launching the terminal on your operating system is going to be right next to it. So we're going to click on new terminal and it's going to launch this. So this is the terminal. So on this terminal, what we want to do is type Python 3. And if this opens up where it tells you Python 3.12.4, which is what we just installed, if it tells you this, then great, we have installed Python and it's on our system and it's working properly. On some systems, you will not even need to use Python 3. You are going to just need to write Python and it's gonna open up Python 3 for you. But if that doesn't work, try Python 3. If none of them work, then you probably haven't installed it properly or you haven't added it to patch. So just go through the installation process all over again. But once that is done and you have Python on your system, now when you've created the hello.py file here, we are just going to write our very first program. Now this is just so we are able to go with tradition, which is to print a hello world program. After that is on the next video where we're going to start with working with our Python and learning concepts in Python. So for now, let's just write print in quotes, you see hello world, close quotes, and this is it. Now that's our first program. You save it, click on file, you click save, or you could press Command S or Control S if you're on a Windows system. You save the program. Now that we've saved the program, now there's a button here that says run. You see this button is to execute the file. Like it says run Python file. But you can click that. If you have that button, it's going to do the same thing as what I'm trying to do now, which is I'm going to say Python 3, which is telling Python to run this file, and I'll say hello.py and I press enter and it's going to run this file. So we see hello printed underneath it. Let me zoom this in so you can see hello world has been printed. And now that's done. So this is just, we've set up our Python environment. We've installed Python on our system. We know what Python is. And now in the next video, we're going to look into variables and, data types and all stuff like that. So until then, please, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe so it could get to other people, and also drop a comment, if you want me to cover other topics or if you have any suggestions in how I can make the videos better. I'll greatly appreciate it. Until next time, bye-bye.